So shifted. Does this thing shift you into gear and get your butt in the gym? We'll find out. What's happening, guys? Hope your day is going well. Today we're reviewing Shifted Premium Pre-Workout. We're going to go over the ingredients so you know what the hell you're putting in your body and go over the effects on this bad boy. So first we're going to get the flavor out of the way. This is a tropical flavor. There it is. Tropical what? I don't know. But it did have a tropical flavor to it, and it was a decent flavor. It was good. It was actually better than good, but it did have a slight. For those that really have to have the best tasting pre-workouts out there, it did have a slight aftertaste to it one time when I took it. It's a big scoop, so it's going to happen. We got a serving size, 1 scoop, 19.3 grams, and 1 packed flat level scoop is about 20 grams. So you should be fine there without a scale. 30 servings, we like that. Then right on the top of the label, we got calories at 5, carbohydrates at 1, sodium 40 milligrams, and potassium at 41 milligrams. So this is for some cell hydration, some electrolyte balancing in the body. Also helps with the signaling across neurons, cells, and muscle fibers to help create contractions and power in the gym. Then we have L-citrulline at 6 grams. So this is going to help with ATP production, oxygen delivery to the muscles because it's a vasodilator. It's going to allow nutrients to hit the muscle cells a lot quicker, oxygen especially for the production of ATP while we're training. Then we have betaine anhydrous, 2.5 grams. This is for some cell hydration in the gym. So this is going to balance out water in the cells. So it's an osmolyte, so it allows for water to enter, come in and enter and leave and kind of create a balancing effect of the cells. It's also a methyl donor, so it helps with cells, enzymes, vitamins, minerals absorption, creatine synthesis, and RNA and DNA repair. So a fabulous ingredient. It's got a ton of other health benefits to it. But the main thing in the gym is going to be that power output because it's going to keep the cells hydrated and the extra endurance that you're going to get in the gym. Then we have beta-alanine at 2 grams. So this is for the itching, the scratching, the tingling, more reps, more sets. This buffers a metabolite called metabolite hydrogen in the muscle, and if hydrogen builds up in the muscle or any metabolites build up and they're not able to leave, then it throws off the pH balance in the muscle and it lessens the contractional capability and strength. Then we have creatine monohydrate at 2 grams. You either like it in a pre-workout or you don't. So there is some rhyme and reason to creatine pre-workout. It helps restore phosphocreatine levels. So when we blast our muscles out in the gym, ATP production actually drops really quick, and phosphocreatine is going to help that ADP turn back into ATP for more energy and power in the gym. Then we got beetroot extract at 1 gram. So this has a couple vitamins. It's got folate and vitamin C, I know, and then it's got I know it's got potassium in it, so it's got the mineral in there. So we all love potassium for cell hydration there. This has nitrates in it, natural nitrates, and every 1 gram of high quality beetroot extract is going to have 1%, 1.5% of it's going to be nitrates. So it's going to add an additional 10 to 20 milligrams of nitrates for the vasodilation, the blood flow, the oxygen delivery to the muscles, and the endurance in the gym. Then we have taurine at 1 gram. This is an abundant antioxidant found throughout the body, in the eyes, the brain, most every tissue in the body, and it helps with cell hydration. This is the main ingredient in the body that actually balances out water in the cell. So signals for either to hydrate a cell or to bring water out of a cell. So great benefit there. It also has some heart benefits, some brain benefits, anti-cramping benefits, blood flow benefits. Fantastic ingredient, one of my favorites. So I give them a thumbs up for putting it in here. Then we got L-tyrosine at 1 gram. This is a catecholamine increaser. This increases dopamine because it turns into dopamine, L-dopa, then dopamine, then turns into norepinephrine, and then norepinephrine into epinephrine. So cognitive function, focus, mood, and it's also going to help fight fatigue and stressors. So when your body's under stress, this has been shown to lessen the stress response in the brain to that fatigue or that stress that you're going through. It also has some health benefits with the thyroid function as well. Then we got caffeine anhydrous at 250 milligrams. So this is an adenosine blocker. It blocks A1 and A2 adenosine receptors in the body, which are 2 out of 4. These are located in the brain and the heart. So it blocks the adenosine, which if adenosine attaches to the receptors, it dials us down, could make us tired, just depends on the flow of adenosine. So it blocks that from coming in, wakes you up, spikes brain nootropic factor, dopamine, serotonin in the brain for energy function and focus, and then it spikes the adrenaline response as far as the energetic and energy response attached to the central nervous system. Then we have alpha GPC at 150 milligrams. This is a choline source. It turns into a neurotransmitter acetylcholine, which helps with brain function, learning, mood, and just overall cognitive capability. Then we have L-theanine at 150 milligrams. L-theanine, you either love it or you hate it. This enhances alpha brain waves, which in turn gives a relaxed alertness state when coupled with caffeine in pre-workouts. So some people like it, some people don't. It also elevates dopamine, GABA, serotonin, brain-derived nootropic factor, and nerve growth factor in the brain for some extra cognitive function and focus, along with that dialed down kind of alert state. Then we have pink Himalayan salt at 100 milligrams. This has some minerals in it, so it's going to help with blood volume in the body. It's going to help with hydration, and it's going to help with just overall endurance in the gym, just with these minerals as well. The good dose there at 100 milligrams. Then we got Rhodiola rosea at 50 milligrams. This is an adaptogen for stressors. So it's allowed less stress, less fatigue in the gym, and so you can go a little bit longer. And it also is a MAO inhibitor, a monoamine oxidase inhibitor. It's starting to rain pretty good here, threw me off there, which helps keep dopamine and the catecholamines elevated for a longer period of time when they're hit and elevated, so you can stay with a little bit longer of a cognitive function and focus hit. Then we have estrogen at 25 milligrams. That's a good dose. So this helps with digestion really well with amino acids and, of course, other ingredients. And then it has some gut health benefits as well, as far as inflammation, I believe. Then we have some black pepper extract at 5 milligrams. This is another digestive ingredient. It also helps with the digestion of all these ingredients. So Shifted Premium Pre-Workout, how did it do? So you take the scoop. The first thing that comes in less than 5 minutes is the beta-alanine. It hits at a medium level. It shocked me. Each time I took it, I was like, whoa, holy crap. That 25 of estrogen actually gets this stuff dissolved and working in the body really quick. So it hits at a medium level, lasts for about 15, 20 minutes. But it peaks 10 minutes in and dials down for another 10 minutes or so. So it doesn't hang around for a long period of time. So for those that don't like a long hit of beta-alanine, this is not uncomfortable at all. You just feel it. You feel it right away. And then the energy, the focus start to come in. You kind of feel it around 35 minutes. This is a really slow builder. So this is the daily driver, about 35 minutes. And it peaks right around 55 minutes to an hour is when everything pretty much drops in. And the energy here is just this smooth, sustained energy for an hour, hour and a half. So 250 milligrams hangs around for about an hour and a half to get you through a workout, depending on how hard you train. So if you train like me, you might have an hour of some really good energy and then start dialing down. But I'd say an hour to hour and a half, and it pretty much tapers off after you're training there. So you're not there's no scary feeling to this. There's no nervous feeling to this. There's no anxious, no elevated heart rate. It's super smooth. The central nervous system hit is super smooth. And the L-theanine, that relaxed alertness that you get and the calmness and the less anxiety that you get that kind of hangs with you for maybe 3-4 hours, really dials down the central nervous system hit. So really healthy feeling pre-workout. I didn't have any crashing on this, but for those, just something to say, for those that are sensitive to L-theanine, you got a low end of caffeine here and somewhat high of an L-theanine hit, but not too high. So before you think about getting a pre-workout like this, you might want to think twice because of the L-theanine, because it does dial you down. It dials down. You get into that relaxed, alert feeling during training and pretty much the rest of your day. So great pre-workout to take in the evening if you have to go to bed or in the mid-afternoon. But if you like kind of like an anxious leftover energy kick, this is not a morning pre for anyone because of the L-theanine. It just keeps you dialed pretty much after the workout and just really calms you, really relaxes you, and makes you feel healthy. So there's nothing wrong with it. It just depends. Everybody's preference is different. I'm not here to bash a pre-workout or give my personal opinion on how I would design a pre-workout. It's just everybody's different, and it just depends on how you react. So if you've done well with L-theanine pre-workouts, then you'll do well with this one. If you don't, then you probably won't want this one. The nootropic hit on this, it is a nice little kind of medium to medium high type nootropic hit. And it lasts for the whole training session. It dials you in. The music sounds real good, and you get an uplifted feeling from this. Not euphoric or anything like that. You just kind of, your mood is uplifted. You're ready kind of to go. You're dialed into the training with that kind of relaxed alertness, dialed into your lifts, dialed into your sets and your reps, and it's a really good deliverer. And it lasts, I'd say in the peak level, it's 2 hours once it initially hits, and then it kind of dials down for about an hour, but you're not left with anything crazy. So this is a great pre-workout for those of you that don't want these long-ass focus hits, but want a focus hit high enough to deliver you some good contractions and some good focus in gym, that dialed in the zone type focus. Very, very good. Just not super, super high. Tapers off. You feel it for about 4 hours from initially hitting, but it's very, very low, tolerable. You can go to work. You can talk to people. You'll be fine in the gym and outside of the gym. And then the pumps on this thing, I think the pumps and the focus are pretty much the higher end from the energy. The pumps are nice, tight, and veiny. So bicep day. If you're thin on bicep day for me, I love looking in the mirror and being tight and seeing the tubes popping out of my arms. And it did that for me. So it did a really good job on delivering some nice, tight, veiny pumps that lasted for that whole training session, an hour and a half, 2 hours, a little bit of tightness lasted a little bit afterwards. So did a really good job. They put together a nice They did give me their higher end stemmed pre-workout that I'll be reviewing. They gave me 2 sample packs, so I can run it twice. I have a couple other pre-workouts, kind of stem junkie type pre-workouts that I'll be running next. And then I'll run those, and I'll give you a review on that too, to see if it's something you guys might want to be interested in. I don't have any discount codes on this, but I'll put a link to the site down below if you want to go check them out. And I want to thank them for sending this to me to review for you guys, because that means that they want you to know what you're buying before you buy it, and want you to know what something's going to deliver when you're looking into it. So I appreciate companies that do that. And this is a super nice daily driver pre for beginners, especially for beginners. If you're okay with L-theanine and 250 milligram hit of caffeine, intermediate and advanced lifters. Just depends on what your needs are pretty much and what you're looking for. So I hope this review helped. You guys have a good one, and we'll see you next time on the channel.